Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And man, do I have this aggressively average content for you today, as I'm putting out one of my boldest predictions you'll ever hear. Ladies and gentlemen, there's breaking news on the planet, but I have to give you context and remind you of this tweet from Elon Musk stating Twitter is an accelerant to creating X, the everything app. Remember, Elon Musk was part of the PayPal mafia. He's always wanted a payments platform. The banking system is failing right now, and imagine if Elon Musk comes out of nowhere with the reach that he has, the influence he has, the credibility that he has, and launches a payment social media app. I want to remind every single one of you of the hysteria the bankers faced when Facebook dared try to launch their Libra token. I think this time around, Elon will actually succeed. Do you think it's an accident that just the other day, Elon Musk had Dogecoin on Twitter? Absolutely not. Dogecoin is probably going to be the first token incorporated. Dogecoin is probably going to be the first token that gets heavily integrated into Twitter. And I think at some point down the road, a Ripple XRP partnership is in the wing, especially after this lawsuit is done. You all need to remember that Elon Musk has commented on Brad Garlinghouse's tweets before, and he's very aware of what this Ripple case means for crypto as a whole. Just today, we saw in the Southern District of Florida that Twitter is now X. Twitter Inc. has merged into X Corp and no longer exists. Elon just made a power move. And you don't have to believe my words, but you better believe the words of Caitlin Long, one of the most important people in crypto, bringing us to the forefront, one of the good actors, and quite possibly one of the only individuals trying to spearhead positive regulation in the United States. I want all of you to hear what she has to say, because when she speaks, you better listen.
This Twitter acquisition isn't about politics. All this misdirection about getting people fighting with each other and talking politics and talking smack and all the censorship, right? He misdirected everybody's attention, because guess what he's really doing? He's using Twitter as a payments platform, and that's what he's been after his whole career. Okay, keep in mind he's one of the co-founders of PayPal, one of the original original X.com, and he's been trying to create better payments. And yesterday, this got so caught up in the drama. I look at that as misdirection as well. Just as Elon is trying to misdirect people to fight with each other over politics while he's really building a payment system, the same thing's true in the crypto world. Everybody's looking at the drama and rubbernecking at the crypto crash. And those of us who are actually really working on building better payment interactions and payment experiences and better, faster, cheaper, more secure payment systems, that's the signal through the noise.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's the signal through the noise for me too. That is so important. Elon Musk here in the United States is looking to create his own version of WeChat. X is coming to the forefront, and that is a fact. And I believe at some point down the road, it's very possible that XRP, Ripple, Elon, Twitter could work together. Now that is only speculation, but it's not unfounded, not for 1 second. And with that now thoroughly in your minds, you all have to realize that Bitcoin is doing exactly what we on this channel have been predicting it's gonna do. It surpassed $30,000 and has dragged the rest of the crypto market up with it. I think Bitcoin has more steam left in it before it finally goes down. But for right now, this is where we have to keep our eyes glued to the screen. We have a couple weeks left of some positive price action. And I suggest every single one of you begin profit taking, because as you all know, After this time frame is over, it's gonna get bad. But funny enough, with his tactical precision, Jim Cramer said just 1 month ago, I would sell all of my Bitcoin completely if I were you. Doing the opposite of what Jim Cramer says would have given you the most amount of money relative to any other indicator on the planet, especially over the last couple years. And I say that to let all of you know to stay the course, and we still have some work to do. Now guys, with all that being said, to cap off this video for today, I have a great explanation of what's going on in the background of the global economy and with the Federal Reserve. Here, someone that I recommend as a great follow on Twitter, Peter St. Ong, was over here describing something that all of you should be aware of. Fed warns of silent bank run. And man, it's a powerful clip that I want all of you to listen to. Ladies and gentlemen, with everything going on in the world, in my opinion, we continue to own the greatest digital asset ever created. And I believe out of the ashes of the collapse of this banking system, our favorite digital asset in XRP will rise. Stay the course, my friends. The show is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
Hey guys, on Tuesday, the Fed took a break from playing arsonist and played fireman, sounding the alarm that trillions could start draining out of banks in a silent bank run, implying yet greater several trillions could soon drain out of the U.S. economy. This could endanger the banks yet again, driving them yet again to the comforting embrace of taxpayers eager to sacrifice our life savings to cover their gambling debts. More important, and as a creative thank you for our generosity, this could crush the economy. In the Fed's paper, they looked at the past two rate hike cycles starting in 2004 and 2016. In each, they found a big jump, trillions, going from banks into money market funds. Now, money markets are like a bank account, a nice place to park your dollars, but this is key, money market funds cannot be fractionally reserved. That means that while a dollar in the bank system is spawning roughly $3 more via fractional reserve, like hamsters, they multiply, a dollar in a money market fund is just a dollar. It's not quite as good as a full reserve bank. After all, money market funds still put your dollars in risky government bonds instead of cash, which is king, but they're close. In gory detail, in the 2004 cycle, money market funds doubled from about $1.5 trillion to $3 trillion. And in 2016, they rose 40% from $2.5 trillion to $3.5 trillion. Why did this happen? For two reasons. First, because high rates mean the gap between what you make in the bank and what you make in a money market fund is bigger. You're losing more sticking with the bank. For example, in 2020, interest rates were about zero, and both money markets and banks also paid about zero. But with rates almost 5% now, money markets also pay about 5%, but banks still pay about zero. Second is fear. In the 2008 crash, and again during COVID, money market deposits rose because of fear the banks would collapse. After all, the kind of people who move billions in and out know it's a Ponzi. They know that banks are permanently bankrupt, living handout to handout. Note, both hike cycles were smaller than today. The 2004 cycle was about 4 points in 2 years. The 2016 cycle was about 2 points in about 3.5 years. Today's is already bigger than both, and that's in a single year with more to go. So now we have a perfect storm. COVID fear, epic rate hikes, and a 2008 all rolled into one. All right, what does this mean for the rest of us? More pain. The reason is that thanks to Wall Street's fractional Ponzi, every trillion going out of banks into safer assets like money markets perversely shrinks the economy by several trillion. The fractional reserve pretend money vanishes. So yes, the economy is living on risk. This shrinkage hits hardest in loans. With trillions less to lend, banks will stop making loans. They'll stop renewing loans. They could even call in existing loans. So businesses are strangled. Essentially, the economy shrinks from its current counterfeit fortified size down to its true size. The artificial boom, based on artificial money, deflates. Unfortunately, right-sizing the artificial boom means a lot of bankruptcies. It means a lot of layoffs, a lot of jobless. If you like your job, you cannot keep your job. Of course, the economy is already shrinking, even today, without the extra help. In Wednesday's video, I talked about job openings crashing. They're down 1.2 million in about the past 2 months, and fresh jobs numbers this morning are already looking grim. Toss in another couple of trillion, draining out in a flight to safety, and it could get bumpy. All right, we'll be watching. See you next time.
Why do I hold XRP? Because Ripple's the chosen one to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple. Who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple. Who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple. A former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple. Leading Australia's CBDC effort? Ripple. Who hired a former Treasury of the United States? Ripple. 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board? Ripple. 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors, former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany, former business director at Swift, former Swift board member, former CFO of PayPal, former head of the DTCC, former chief business officer at Uber, former VP of Amazon, and former SEC chair on their legal team? Ripple. Who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's high-level advisory board on fintech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website? Ripple. Now, does Ripple and XRP sound like they're going to disappear, or do they sound like they're part of a much bigger plan? You decide.